They might be able to hear you. They might be able to hear me. Maybe they
All
can't hear
right,
me.
we got
Let's hope.
sound check.
Let's
Sound
hope.
check. We always got a sound check.
I wish I could see what this said.
Every day, every night, I check my sound check.
Don't want to do a session 25 again of the heist.
What?
That's
It doesn't haunt your
wrong
dreams?
thing.
It does every single day. I
Okay.
have nightmares of session 25. Just
I do.
trying to remember
All good,
the
all good.
awesome conversations that we had, the amazing role play.
I can imagine the equivalent of that feeling for me would be I wrote a single spaced 16-page story and I lost all but 3 pages of it.
That's
And
heartbreaking.
to this day, it makes me nauseous, and I've never gotten over it, and I've never been able to return to the story that I thought was gold because it hurts me that I was in a flow and I wrote all of this, and then it just fucking disappeared.
I had a very similar experience myself, actually. I wrote a song, and then I'm pretty sure a friend of mine deleted it from my phone.
Oh, that's normal.
What a great friend.
Normal behavior.
Is this the friend I think it is?
It depends.
On which friend
you think
That's true. You've had
You've
some sketchy friends in the course of your life,
we'll
unfortunately.
give you a little bit more context. It is the friend who later confessed that he had feelings for me.
Oh.
Yeah.
I don't know if I've ever told any of you guys this. I would love...
because I'm sorry, I just want to say the best way to show someone you have feelings for them is to destroy things that they love and worked hard on.
Yeah.
Destroy their work. Yeah.
Go ahead, Brian.
I wish I could recover the first ever attempted story I ever tried to write. It was either in 6th or 7th grade, and I just loved the Lord of the Rings movies. I didn't even read the books, but I loved the movies, and I wrote like 2 chapters in an attempted medieval world, and I wish I still had access to that somewhere.
Yeah, it'd be the earliest versions by accident of what we have now.
Yeah.
I wonder if we see similar themes.
I have my first ever version of the novel I wrote in 8th grade that I do still want to publish one day. So if that ever happens and it gets popular, it could be like, yeah, here's the shitty first version of the story.
Yeah, can you guys edit this to make it good?
Well, that was a great start, and it's right on how the same way we start every disaster cast without introducing ourselves. Conlan, hello. This is DisasterCast, a D&D podcast where we sometimes talk about D&D, and yeah, we last minute postponed session and threw this together just because we were so psyched to come on and chat with everybody. But, we just needed a little bit of a mental break, so we'll be postponing session to next week. But I am co-founder Bryan Creevy, the DM, and Conlan.
Give me a sec, I dropped my packer. Hi, I'm Conlan. I am the other co-founder and play characters like Bracket, Rain, Greg, Altuk, and others that have existed that I might not have voiced, but I did right.
Pass it on in the podcast.
I said Vick. You.
Oh shit! I didn't hear that.
It's okay. Brian immediately yelled at me.
Hi everybody, I am Vick, and I am in this campaign. I play Nock, the Halfling Ranger. I have in the past also played Andy and Lemon on stream, as well as Hiss and a couple of very basic characters back in the day when I first started my journey. Andrew.
What up, guys? I am Andrew. I play Oliver Evangrove, our portal wizard with daddy issues, and I also play Zista City's resident vigilante, Delson Martathath, aka the Shadow. Yeah.
I'm a Shadow fanboy. Zista City's resident vigilante, the Shadow.
Never gets old saying that. Never gets old saying that.
Pass it on, Andrew.
Sam.
Hi, I've never done a disaster cast before. So I don't know how this works, but I know my name. It's Sam.
What
So,
characters have you played?
I have played Illyria. She is a druid. She is from the Purity. She's other things that have been not uncovered at this time. She changes form randomly and appears to have some force. Oh my god, some form. We're tired here of seasonal magic. She has a little ickery bird skeletal guy named Ember Nettle, and a skeletal horse that caused a lot of problems. And yeah,
She's also played a sorcerer before.
well, I was gonna say that she's got a lot of trauma. But I have also played in Vick's one shot, which was fun. And I played a sorcerer named Asterix, who was a fox person. What is the term for that? Vulcan?
Vulcan, I believe. Yeah.
Oh,
Good job.
Yeah, okay, so I played a Vulcan who was a sorcerer, and his defining moment was casting Charm Monster on a dragon and actually taking interest in the dragon's life. So now he's kind of friends with the dragon, and I would really love for him to just randomly appear in one of these campaigns as like a character that's passing through the background, because I think that would be
You
hilarious.
know. You literally never know.
But yeah, I have no other characters because I just started playing. So
Yeah, we have a multiverse. Things happen.
Hey,
Illyria is in
two players.
And for the people who haven't been in a disaster cast before, Sam, disaster cast, for anybody who does join, like I said, is a D&D podcast. We sometimes talk about D&D. Other times it is just me, Conlan, and whoever's here just rambling about life, things that are frustrating us, things that we're excited about, and everything in between.
And some deep lore drops and some explaining behind the scenes how we do this. The after our last disaster cast, we fixed a bunch of things from the business side of Nat Disaster because we were like, we should do that.
Yeah, we are ready to do the bank account thing and then set up the Patreon and all that stuff. So, hopefully by the end of the summer we'll get that and can like soft start that at the end of this year, and then like officially like 2027, like, hey, Nat Disaster brand, blah 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 blah, all that stuff.
Is that how you're gonna present it?
Yeah, that's gonna be.
That's how me and Bryan
shut up. We're gonna be like Nat Disaster brand.
That is exactly Brian's pitch. It's the reason why he's not allowed to go to the pitch for the show. He's the head writer, but he's not allowed to pitch.
I'm not with marketing, okay?
It needs some polishing for sure.
Yeah, somebody else needs to be the marketer. I'm just the lead writer. But yeah, I'm glad we have this many people here right now. Callum might be popping in a little bit later as well too. But like, yeah, I know a little sad we're postponing the session, but I'm still excited for it when we do it next time. I've been prepping so many fun little goodies for all of you guys, and it's so fun.
Like treasure on the bridge.
I don't know, but
There'll be a lot of dead bodies.
Somebody has been instructed to look for the keyholes in the locks. So, what's behind keyholes and locks?
Treasure or traps?
It's probably traps. Have you met the tricksters?
Yeah.
We're a god. There are traps, but treasure as well. You never know.
And dead bodies.
Just trust me.
I trust. Eyeless, I do not.
Eyeless hard no.
Eyeless is not you, Bryan.
What has Eyeless done to deserve this distrust? Okay, listen. She got you potions in Warrior's Rest and helped you get the sniper rifle also there in early campaign.
Actually, the person who should have the least trust for Eyeless is Rain, because she read through all the stuff in the Galloway book. Like, everyone, the rest of the characters should have some distrust, but like Well, Rain actually read through and went, this seems like a cult. This is...
No,
Designed cold.
I think Nock is just does not trust generally. That is like part of their character is that they do
That's
not
true,
trust
that's true.
things on instinct. And so I mean, if Nock is trying to trust the people around them, they cannot also trust a random god that is telling them where to go. Like, that is just not. That's
Why
not
do you
like
trust Naira and Xylia? They're just random gods telling you where to go.
Well,
So,
Naira is literally the god that
Nock-
they have been praying to since they were little.
Yes. Nock does not fully trust Xylia either. If you remember, Nock has been very suspicious of Bolt the entire campaign and does not necessarily trust Bolt.
No one
So-
suspects.
I'm just saying it's not just me putting my personal distrust into my character. It is also Nock is a distrustful person.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, literally it keeps happening to Nock. Nock thinks they can trust a person, if something goes wrong, they can't trust the person fully
Exactly.
anymore. It just keeps
Exactly.
happening.
Whereas Illyria has explicitly told you not to trust her in every way, and you're like, I trust you!
I trust you implicitly.
You're the exception to the rule is the thing.
Am I?
The only
Yeah.
exception.
No, she's literally been like, yeah, I am a problem, and you should not trust me. And you're literally like, but I do.
Yeah, Nock didn't even trust Bracket at the beginning.
I feel like in Nock's head, with Nock's little bit of trauma, Nock is still waiting for the other foot to fall. Just like, something's gonna happen.
Yeah.
You also didn't trust Naresh in the beginning as well, too.
No, I did not. I did not trust anybody.
Well, to be fair, even if we trusted each other almost immediately for an
The
undetermined
flower.
reason.
The flower.
But wait, but not just the flower, it was like a vibe. But for an undetermined reason, even if we trusted each other almost immediately, if you do recall, Nock did pull away from Illyria almost immediately when Illyria was like, oh, I'm going to leave. Because Nock was like, oh, you're going to abandon me too? I am actually not going to get close to you at all.
And then snuck the track back in her bag.
Well, yeah, but then that like lasted like 5 seconds because then we were weird with each other and then immediately not. So
That was such a funny moment of just like, well, we're going our separate ways, but I'm going to still follow you. And then literally less than a minute
and
later.
then Illyria was like, okay, fine, I guess I'll stay.
Yeah.
It's fine.
As long as you agree to abandon me, just agree to abandon me in a fight.
It's a weird thing for someone to say. It's weird. She's
Yeah,
weird.
it is a super weird thing to say, and also, yeah, I mean, I feel like Nock did agree to that term, but also did not necessarily say that they would not try to find Illyria afterwards.
Yeah, which is, a loophole that is fair.
Fingers crossed behind their back.
Yeah. You're like, sure,
Hey,
kind of.
hey, I said sure. If you ask me to leave, yes, but I will try to find you afterwards and make sure you're okay because I consider you a friend. Like,
And he's like, catch me if you can, sucker. Meanwhile,
all you'd have to do is put that little ring in your bag of holding, and I wouldn't know where the fuck you were anymore.
yeah, at least she knows now. Meanwhile, Illyria has shared something not purposefully extremely intimate with Bracken.
Mm-hmm.
We had a jam memory, and now
Jam
she's
memory.
like, "Whoa, I feel like before building a relationship with you, you know something very personal about me. So now we're in this awkward limbo place where it's like, that guy seems cool. I've trained with him physically. I've, we've
But you
done
don't
some
necessarily
other stuff."
trust me yet, which is fine. We have known each other for less than a week.
Exactly. So that's like the killer is like, it's like, well, I don't even know you that well yet. You seem all right, but also like low key, you've seen something really personal about me that I wouldn't have shared with anyone, and now it's with someone that I'm like, okay, this is between us now. This is a thing.
That was probably one of my favorite.
Oh, yeah.
unexpected favorite episodes of season 3 was the memory jam, because like it literally was just a role play session.
Oh, that's bullshit. It's me and Sam bullshitting about the jam, too. We did not need to solve the jam problem, but we actively chose, no, we're fixing the jam.
It was so important. The jam was important.
Because that's what we would do in real life, Conlan.
Yeah, the key is, well, that's the part of us that's in our characters. Yeah, it's like, no, I we spent time making jam, we're getting jam. No bad days. No bad
Yeah. This is something we can fix. We have things at our disposal. It's just practical to try.
Yeah.
Even though season 3 was a journey, it took a while. It was great travel. It was so fun to do that season. So even though we've been hyping up the bridge for so long,
bridge. It's only been almost 2 years.
I think it was well worth it just for the more of the Durest province, or at least the Zestalian kingdom of the Durest province that you guys got to see. Like, you guys got to explore more of the Galandria, the grasslands of Galandria. You guys went further south than you've ever gone, and even explored like around the path, which got also motivated me to flush more of that out in detail for everything, and also the new friends you got along the way. In
Oh,
front
yeah.
of the NPC and the ghostly pirate lady.
I just really hope that you try to slaughter us. I just really hope that you
Sam, don't
try
keep
to-
encouraging. You love encouraging him so much. He will just do it. We can
I
easily die.
encourage-
There's so many elementals. There's a comical
I
amount of
dare you.
enemies.
How dare you?
I encourage you to watch the sessions of the heist where the dragon was there and then the group escaping the lair. You guys literally got away by the skin of your teeth. The Duna platform had 1 hit point when it went through the portal to escape. Like,
Rain was getting out no matter what. Everyone else, good luck to you. But Rain had reached self-defensive. Hold on, if you fall off, sorry. So
That's fair.
you should watch it. I 8th level spell Sunbeam to the party to try to kill them at the end.
I don't care what you do. I just want you to be merciless.
Yeah. Hey,
cool. You can go be ruthless to them who are standing on the bridge. Clearly, they're begging for it. Me and my horse just want to walk down a tunnel.
Listen, hey, freaking Yamakasi summoned this storm here, then immediately betrayed it like an hour or 2 later.
With Yamakasi? That's why I'm not going with them. I'm not standing next to that man on that bridge. I'm not an idiot.
Wow. So you're calling Knock an idiot.
No, you're gonna survive. I promise. You better get across the bridge. We got stuff to do.
Yeah, Knock kind of can't die, but also if it did happen, that would be crazy.
Bracket will ensure that the aid gets to your kingdom or gets to your village. I will ensure it.
Yeah.
He's promised.
Also, if Knock dies on this bridge, I'm gonna make some crazy ass character. I am just gonna go balls to the wall, make somebody insane.
I mean, I love all our current characters, but if Knock and or Bracket died, like, everything that tied to the main thing, it would be hilarious if you guys then ended up just becoming another side party while
Just a new
these
party.
world-ending things are just happening in the background because your party failed, and you guys just get to exist in the world as it deteriorates.
I have the opinion, Bryan, in this campaign because of the way we're technically playing Bracket. Is if Bracket dies, we technically reset. Because that's technically what the actual
That would
canon.
actually be insane if Bryan was like, "You guys wake up," and we wake up in like Ladris.
Well, no, because
Like,
if
and
you
it's
think of the canon
so
of Bryan
clever.
making a Zista, making it a Zelda roguelike, is if you fail as Link, you get to start the fucking game again, bud. Or at least from a save point.
By the way, Ethan's in the chat. He's putting some emojis in the chat.
I'm just
It's
thinking
a rare
about
moment we have
what
Ethan, and for
awesome,
once Casey
like-
can actually watch with us.
Woo.
I'm thinking of what like an awesome role play thing that could be
Right.
for a campaign, because then this new bracket could have visions of the outcome of this campaign.
That would happen,
you
yes.
know? Like that would be really kind of sick.
That would be.
We're making something really, really cool here if that happens.
That would
Bryan,
be
now we've locked into that. I've always felt that way. I'm like, if like everyone dies and it's just bracket, and then he dies and we TPK, we reset. As if you literally just go flip to the front of the book to session 0 and go 0 and start reading from the fucking beginning of our session 0s.
It goes back to that guy telling the story of the two brothers and the sister in the beginning of creation.
In the beginning of creation, yeah, when we wake up in that tavern.
And a young Aasimar boy and his tiefling friends pickpocket you
Yeah,
and run out
exactly.
of the tavern.
Yeah. That would
This time,
actually
Conlan
be
just
really
like, I'm gonna
cool.
kill the kid. Let's see what happens.
No.
Imagine this resets again. Ah, okay, well now we know. That was also the joke, is if we killed me in the world, is we would just reset again. That had to be what you had to do to us. You had to be like, okay, so we're gonna try this again. Rereads the script again. You made it one session before redoing history. Creating a time loop.
I can't say, sorry, right up there, I can't say who or what it is, but Sam just showed me her depiction of a character from her backstory, and ooh, bracket, you might be a 6 out of 10 compared to this person.
I mean, to be fair to bracket, people from the Purity are of a different fairly beautiful wild nature standard when it comes to the water's different there.
Mhm.
That's why Illyria immediately saw bracket as like the I think she made a comment once about like, oh, you know, like the pretty glowing one, you know,
Mhm.
because people where she's from look like that to a degree.
Yep.
He doesn't look like he's from the Purity, but he looks
Most
like he-
from the Purity that you've seen
Yeah.
so far. You're like, wow, does they have shiny ones here?
yeah, exactly. Wow, that one is polished.
And Ethan, it is not nudes, but it is pretty close. There is some chest being shown, you know.
Dudes.
Dress is also not always required in the Purity, just saying.
It's a feral world.
There's a lot of nakedness in the Purity, so I mean, if you want to go that route, we just have to not describe as much.
Yeah, AI, can you remove the rest of the clothes off?
No, you should. Terrible of you,
Did
Bryan.
my fuck AI post today?
Fuck AI.
A daily dose of fuck AI.
Mhm.
I just hate that
I
all
mean-
posters, even non-AI ones, now just use the same fucking ugly-ass font. So I'm like, is it AI? Is it made in whatever Canberra, what the fuck the software is, where it has regular...
Canva.
I don't give a shit. I'm an old man still using Publisher.
I'm just telling you.
I'm ancient.
Telling you. Okay.
I'm very excited to see how Oliver handles being underground.
yes.
Because you finally made a choice. It was very wishy-washy, like, oh, I don't know where to go. And he finally was like, okay, I think I should go in the tunnels. So you've now made a choice that you are more familiar with as far as memory-wise.
Correct.
So that
I mean,
should be
until recently he wasn't, but yes,
Out of
Yeah.
the two options for Oliver, I think that choice makes
it makes the most.
sense.
It does make the most sense.
It's been the path that literally Eyeless has been directing him towards.
That doesn't
specifically.
mean it's a good idea, but I do want
Imagine
to
if
know.
Oliver went down there alone.
You guys come out to the other side of the bridge. Oliver just has all this magical gear and be like, yeah, it was actually a really great time. I think we should just trust Eyeless moving forward.
She gave me a lot of cool shit. She's basically like my brand ambassador.
You guys are leading, dragging some of you all across the way, and Oliver's like, oh shit, you guys should have just came down below with me. It was great.
Yeah, we just gently ride down a tunnel, grab some survivors, walk down the tunnel, get to the end, get inside the city, and go.
Bury it in 2
That was
minutes.
easy.
There was a buffet too.
Yeah. Yeah, everyone moved downstairs, so like we just moved. They had food carts.
Oh my gosh, could you imagine like that becoming an extension of the Underzista now, and people living in the bridge because
Like
the
mole
Underzista is
people?
flooded.
Mole.
Well, the Underzista is flooded right now, so it's really hard to get around down there. So it could be kind of like a cool place for them to go.
I'm sure that
Yeah,
Resista
the
uses this route occasionally.
Probably.
Underground Venice.
There's flooded favelas underneath the city right now, so
That does low-key remind me of the underworld in Greek mythology when they're traveling on the river. Yeah.
There's so much inspiration from things in my life. I'm really thankful Percy Jackson was a series that I grew up reading, because that just blew my mind as a kid, learning all that stuff and just seeing it thrown into modern day.
Yeah, for sure.
I wish, I low-key wish, I know they're for young teens, but I low-key wish I kept up with the Percy Jackson series now, because it's gone into every other type of mythology.
You still could if you want to, dude.
I know, it's
Yeah.
just so
You're
many
allowed to read books
now.
for young adults and teenagers.
Yeah.
It's not against the rules.
Also,
You just have to, as long as you're not, struggling with any
Yeah.
issues, it should be no problem.
the Egyptian mythology one was insane. It was so good.
Yeah, I saw that was the one he did directly after he did the Rick Riordan did Percy Jackson, the Heroes of Olympus, and then I think he did the Egyptian mythology after.
Oh yeah, and he did a bunch after that too. A lot of them were really good. I did not read all of them either, but I mean, I'm also biased because Egyptian mythology
Yeah.
is kind of a thing for me. But
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, we missed in the chat when we were talking about being nude. Ethan said it's like those special beaches.
we were just at one of those special beaches when we were in Greece, Ethan. I
Yeah.
made Bryan swim there with me. He didn't want to go.
Fun fact for those of you who don't know, when we were in Greece on our boat tour, there was a nude beach close enough, and the person on the boat tour was jokingly saying, "Yeah, if you want to swim over there, if you want."
He wasn't
Sam's
joking. He
"Let's
said you
go."
should swim there. He was not kidding.
There were a lot of penile.
I was disappointed because there was a lot of sausage and not a lot of anything else.
Yeah.
Well, that sense of you who goes to a nude beach is a bunch of men looking to look at women, and that means there's just a
Then it's
bunch of
just
men
a
there.
bunch
Yeah.
But then it's just a bunch of men.
It didn't happen.
I was fully clothed and I had no intention of taking pictures of anyone.
Yeah.
I was just we're just gonna swim over there just to say we did. Also, I really wanted to touch the lungs of the ocean in the little sea over there. Yeah.
That was the some of the floral stuff growing underground, right? Or under the water, under the surface.
Yeah, no, it's a plant. That's not the actual name of the plant. That's just what it roughly translated to in English from Greek when she was talking to me. But Stacy, who was the first mate of the boat, was really great, and we realized really quickly that we were both really into plants. It was kind of wild. She was like, "Wow." She basically said we're nerding out right now, but didn't say it in that way because she didn't speak proficient English and I didn't speak proficient Greek. So we were working with each other, trying to explain things. But she was mentioning to me that there's a type of seaweed basically that is their version of coral, because they don't have a lot of coral in the it's the Aegean Sea right there, right? Yeah. They don't have a lot of coral over there, so it's this black thick seaweed, and it's really nifty looking. And I really wanted to touch it. It's not coral, so it's okay to touch it. You just don't want to rip it out or uproot it or anything. So I was like, I just want to poke it so I can say that I did. So I kept trying to dive under the water to get to it, and my ears would hit that point where it just hurts really bad right before I touched it. But then I finally got down there, and I did bring back not pictures but evidence, Ethan, because I had seashells from the bottom. So.
Don't say nude beach followed by "I want to touch it." Can always rely on Ethan for the funny commentary.
If there was something worth touching, I would have, Ethan.
Yeah. Fair enough.
So, what else has been going on with some of you guys, though? Like, we had our trip to Greece and Germany and Austria. Like, what's going on?
We also did just come back from a camping trip for this one's 30th birthday.
Yeah.
Actually, no, it would be like this, right? This
Yeah.
like would be that way.
Yes.
Yeah. This one's. I feel like I'm pointing at Andrew, but I'm not.
Happy birthday.
Much more successful camping trip than my 30th birthday's
That
camping
was no
trip.
one's fault. We were at war and we survived as a group.
That was
All of us were there.
No.
Everybody here experienced that.
that was one of
Plus,
those. I wish it was just a normal weekend. Had it been a normal weekend, it would have been fine. But it was not a normal weekend. It's one of those ones where
It was a flash storm. You were literally showing me the radar on your phone, and it was like cycloning over a nearby lake and just dumping it on us.
you could literally watch it sloop it up and then just dump it and then sloop it up and then dump it. And we were like, why? Why would this now?
For 24 hours. It lightened up at times and then came back, but it was 24 hours of us just being rained on in our tents, in the van, or under that canopy in
that
the
was
bench.
failing
Just-
slowly.
Yeah, I'm saying the canopy got so wet it stopped being waterproof.
We had to put another canopy over the canopy.
And that didn't work.
And eventually that stopped being waterproof.
Brian and I woke up floating in the tent, and that's not an exaggeration. Like, there was enough water at the bottom of our tent.
Hey,
that
the
our
bottom of
air
your
mattress
tent was
with
perfectly
both of our
waterproof.
weights just lifted above. It was
Bottom of that
bad.
tent was perfectly waterproof. Unfortunately, I didn't think you meant to bring a pool to the camping trip.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've never had my own personal pool while tent camping. That was nice.
It
that
was
was
really
nice.
unfortunate, actually. We woke up and our blankets were wet, and I was like, oh, I need to get in a shower right now.
I genuinely, I think it's hilarious that we had two wild camping experiences in a row. We had one where we forgot our air mattress.
That was
And
fine.
then we had
That was
one where
fine.
our air mattress was floating.
That was a spontaneous trip. That was totally fine. And we just slept on nature's mattress, which was a bunch of roots and like ground and stuff, but it was totally fine.
Couple
then-
rocks.
And then we spontaneously asked Andrew if he wanted to like drive up and hang out with us for the day. And he was like, you know what? Yeah. And then he came and hung out.
Yes, I did.
Always can rely on Andrew for just coming spontaneously to something. As long as you don't have something, you're just like, fuck it. Let's do it.
Why not?
Yeah.
I could do that.
Andrew, we're going to Disneyland. All right, I have
Why
a
not?
couple of sick days.
Fuck it, why not?
Yeah, but it was Vic's birthday, and they're an old fart now. So
Wait. Are you 30 now?
Yeah, dude.
Hey,
Yeah.
Woo!
yeah. And this is D&D
Now the only
related.
one who's left is Callum.
This is D&D related. I
Their days are numbered.
got Vic knock cupcakes made.
Oh
They
yeah.
were so good.
Can't really see them at all. Actually, not at all.
It's not focusing.
Yeah,
but
it's-
you
I
can't
can
really
see
them actually.
Vane. That's what matters.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
not convenient on cupcakes.
I love it.
I realized
Yeah.
after I sent you the first photo, I went, "Oh wait, I have one that has no background. That will look better."
That one worked better. But
I didn't know
yeah.
that you were involved in that. That's so funny.
Oh, we were always working together. This is a team effort. Everything in life, you know.
Cupcake, Vane, and Knock tasted very good.
They did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't mean to cannibalize you like that, but it was delicious.
No, it's okay. It's not cannibalism unless it's real.
Yeah, unless you're
Highly
actually cannibalizing people.
This was an image of a person. Ceci n'est pas un pipe.
Pipe.
Oh, and Matt came with us. That was fun too.
Yeah, I've
Um,
liked that I've seen Matt a couple of times in the past couple of years.
In
It's
the past couple of years,
yeah,
that was a
the-
weird
the
way to say
house-
that. You
the
mean that
house
you've seen
warming.
Matt more often?
Yeah.
There you
Yeah.
go. Recently seen Matt more often.
I just find it
You're like I've
wild
only seen him a
sometimes.
couple of times in the
I
past
think
couple
Bryan
of
wants to
years.
see him more technically, I think, but Bryan doesn't know how to articulate that properly.
No, that sounded like he was like, thank God we've only seen Matt a couple of times.
He said it very passive aggressively by accident.
Matt and I were like two of the weird kids on our soccer team in middle school. So, and then like him and I really just didn't talk much other than soccer throughout the years. And it would be like, all right, the fall, we're on soccer together, and blink. And then soccer team together, and then graduation, and then now I'm going on double dates with him. So
It's because he's not the most social person.
If you don't ask him to hang out, he'll just be like, "Oh, okay, I'm good."
Yeah, he's good with solitude. He's like, actually, I feel like just hanging out alone and like learning Japanese for the day, and I'm like, okay, that's
he's the most content with himself, like being alone, of anybody I've ever seen, unless he is really good at masking loneliness. Like,
no, he's just like that.
Not to listen to his problems. He's like, other stuff, that, no, we're good.
No, he's fine. He's good at being on his own, and it's something that I think like I needed to get used to, for myself, because I was not good at being alone. Like I would be alone, but be really sad the whole time. And I think, like a thing that I've kind of learned through him is how to be content on my own and in my own individual person, which I think is a really important thing. Like not only do we work well as a team, but we also make each other better as our own people.
Yeah, because on the same note, you could say the same thing for you as a foil to him, because if you did not push him out of his comfort zone, he would mostly remain in solitude. So you also help him socialize a little bit and go do fun things. Like I think that he enjoyed camping. He was like, guys, I went the wrong way and you should hear what I think is birds or frogs, and there's a lot of stars over here. We should go on a walk. I was like, yes, Matt, adventure.
Yeah. He actually was like, yeah, I kind of wish we had just hung out at the campsite more. And I was like, okay, noted. If next time we can do like more of a campground kind of thing and less of a scooting around town kind of thing.
Yeah, as somebody who has tent camped all my life, which I know a lot of us have here, but I've had camping trips.
We all have sitting here.
I know. But I know from my experience, there are some times where you are just at the campsite to sleep, and that's it. And that's fine. Have a fire, sleep, and then go do your activities. But I've also been at ones where like you just hang around the campsite. You play some board games. Me, you, and my Cheshire friends, like Matt, Julie,
that's all
everybody.
We didn't leave at all.
We literally rented a campground. And there was a lake.
We didn't rent a campground. We rented campsites.
We rented a campsite, not the whole campground.
We're not rich like that.
That would be crazy.
And they just came. I think Matt DM'd it, and Matt literally just had a map and said, "Hey, we have level 3 characters, and we're just gonna go on random adventures as you explore through the town and stuff." And we did that, and we brought board games, and we literally stayed at the campsite the whole time. That was fun.
That's so fun. That's
awesome.
Yeah,
that's most camping trips.
Yeah.
The only time that's not the case is if you're going camping to be able to camp and do something else. So, like, to be fair, in my opinion, you don't go camping in Cape Cod if you don't plan on going to the beach.
Mm-hmm.
And also, if we're that close to P-Town, you fucking go to P-Town because it's awesome. But most camping trips, especially like if you're going to like Vermont or New Hampshire or Maine, it's mostly like, that's what you do the whole time. You stay there and hang out and have fires all day and get to just chill, and you don't have anywhere to drive to really, and you just have everything mostly that you need there with you. So Yeah.
What are you implying, Ethan? Sounds like some herbal times. What activities were you implying that were being
Yeah.
done?
Are you
Sam
implying
brought a lot of herbal tea.
Are you
I
implying?
really
wait,
actually
Yes,
is
it's
I-
Sam, not me.
you implying that
As
we're
Conlan goes off screen.
Yeah, I was like, yes, Sam. Yes.
Oh, hey, Ethan actually said, wait, I'm going to Cape Cod in October. What's P-Town?
What's
Oh,
P-Town?
shit.
Honey, what do you mean?
Dude, Ethan, you're about to be
P-Town is
educated.
P-Town is like the coolest, gayest town in Massachusetts, man.
It's
It
like the
is-
gay capital of New England.
It is wonderful. It's so fun. It's basically, other than being super LGBTQ plus friendly, it is also just a very artistic area of that little area. All of the homes there that people live in, they consider them art galleries as much as their own homes, and they create these like beautiful structures in the front of their lawns and stained glass windows and all this kind of nifty stuff. But in the center of P-Town, it's a very like small congested area, and not in a bad way. There's a lot of restaurants there and local owned businesses and art galleries. There's a lot of those. And music, and you can go to a drag brunch if you want to.
There's people playing music in the streets. There was a person who was literally doing
flash poetry.
Where Sam spoke to them, said like a concept of what we were there for and doing, and in like less than
No, I didn't even say what we were doing. I literally just, she said, you can tell me anything you want about your life that you want me to write about, or you can tell me nothing, and I would just write you a poem. And it was like, give her whatever amount of money that you want, and she would write a poem equivalent to like that level of effort. I think I gave her like $10 because that's what I had in my pocket for cash at the time. And she wrote me this like beautiful poem that I got made from
it's
him.
on a typewriter too.
It was on a
isn't it?
typewriter. She like whipped it right up. And
Literally
it
in a
was,
typewriter in the middle of the road.
it was incredible. She did it in like a couple of minutes, and I have it framed upstairs with the picture of our engagement because she wrote about Bryan proposing to me and my friend Bryan being there and a bunch of other things. But it was pretty cool. She was very talented. But it's just a fun place. It's worth going. If you want to go to a restaurant, you want to make reservations like ahead of time, or you're not getting it anywhere good. As is, we called right when the restaurant opened that we wanted to go to, and the only times they had available was 6 o'clock, which was right about when we would have needed to be there. Would have been a half hour from them, and we were an hour away, or 9 o'clock on. So we ended up going to dinner at 9, but it was fine because we got a snack.
And I had a great lasagna.
Honestly, that's kind of a normal time for me to eat dinner with my work schedule. So
Yeah, that's fine. You weren't thrown off at all.
Well,
Yeah.
Vic and Andrew, give your impressions of P-Town. We heard Sam's. How is P-Town to you guys?
Well, I mean, I have a great time anytime I'm there, which has only been with Bryan and Sam so far. Also, you know, for Ethan's sake, it is actually called Provincetown.
No one calls it that though. You go there and you call it Provincetown, they're gonna be like noob.
No, but if he wants to actually go, he might.
Yeah, if
not
you wanna
know the
Google
name
it.
of the actual.
Official name is that is the nickname of the town. Providence is a different place, which is also a cool place.
It is
Not
also a very cool place, I will say, as somebody who stayed there also kind of recently.
He said Googling P-Town didn't help. It went down a weird path.
That's
Yeah,
fair.
that's what I was figuring. That's
So
what I was
my P-Town story that I tell everybody when we talk about P-Town is hilarious. I went there first after a family vacation where we went tent camping, and we were up in Cape Cod. And Ethan said, "Rip, I think y'all froze. Hopefully we're still good in
we're
the
back.
background."
We're already back. For some reason, we lost connection for a second, and I don't know why. I don't see any reason why, but we're back.
Oh, cool. All right, we'll
You
have
actually
to
even see it on the stream. You can see it says OBS reconnection successful.
So we'll probably have to stitch these together now, but it's
No. I
fine,
think it's gonna be
whatever.
one thing. It's still working right.
All right. But when I went to P-Town, I was like 10 or 11 years old, tent camping with my family. And we're walking down this same road that I've now been down several times and as an adult. I just went to a random gift shop, and it was nice walking around. And I see a staircase, and it looks like there's an upstairs. And I look up, and there's just a poster of a naked woman staring at me from the top of the staircase. And that is when I saw my first sex shop.
Yep. You want to know something very funny, Bryan? Is
Yeah.
that I told my boss that I had been to P-Town, and he was like, you know what's funny is that the first time I had been there, I was 11 years old, and I was like, wow, this sounds like my friend's story. He didn't go into any other detail than that, but he was just like, yeah. And so now it's like I haven't been there since, but I haven't I have wanted to go. So yeah.
Yeah, it's just one of those places that's got great nightlife, got great daytime life too.
Great vibes, great food.
You could even do boat tours. I think I did when I went there with my family when I was younger. I think we went on like a whale watching tour, a boat tour or something.
There's lots of whale watching in Cape Cod, so this makes sense.
Get the crazy grilled cheese. There's a crazy grilled cheese
Yep,
place.
so good.
And we got some of those, and those were so good. And we asked if they could customize them, and they were like, bet. Ours had like every kind of cheese in it known to man. And then we put caramelized onions in it, and then they put balsamic drizzle on it, and then they gave us this like raspberry puree dip on the side. It was banging.
Mhm.
So good. And then you
mayo sauce on the side that Sam did not try, but I did.
No, fuck that, man. That was all
it was
you.
So good. It was so good. It was like a chipotle mayo, and it was yum.
I was like, here, it's your birthday. You can have this stuff.
Here, this is disgusting to me. Have it. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday. I hope you enjoy it.
Pivoting real quickly, I just wanted to make sure I brought this up in session because it was this DisasterCast episode is because we were talking about it beforehand. I love the fact that we have finally addressed Delson's two magical items, Vapilmer's Vice and Vapilmer's Vigor, the two that he got, because I remember when I gave them to Delson in the heist, everybody was like, oh, Vapilmer! Ah! And now he's with the main campaign who directly has feelings and ties with the Vapilmers, while Delson really didn't know much about them.
I don't even know who the Vapilmers are.
And I don't think anyone just looking at Delson's bow and gloves knows what they are.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You just know what they do, and you know the name.
Yeah.
You know something.
Does it look like a blood ash bow? Like would Nock? Okay, so Nock has at least clocked the wood. There's no way that Nock hasn't clocked the wood.
Well, so far you have only seen his arrows, like out.
Is he hiding his bow in a?
I would imagine when Delson and Nock first met, the bow was on Delson's back.
Yeah.
All right, so you might have
where a bow normally is, Bryan.
You might have passively then noticed, and then in next session, if you want to, you can like, now that I'm looking at this, and then you'll also probably notice the gauntlets that he has that go with the bow.
To be fair, there's no way Nock didn't notice that, because Nock and Delson were having almost like a dick off contest. They were like trying to show each other up, and Nock's like, I handcrafted these, and you can just like AI produce them out of this stupid quiver. And Delson's like, I'm like rich and stuff. And then
Here's a dozen of them.
You're like being generous, but like meanwhile it's like, okay, on the one hand you're being nice, but also do you have to flex like that? Here's like just handfuls of them that I didn't even have to make.
Yeah, this man who has clearly showered within the past couple hours. It's just like, oh, would you like arrows? Here's some arrows.
Yeah.
like the leather on his cloak is all shiny still, even though he's been roughed up. It still looks nice.
By the way, good night, Ethan. Thanks for stopping by.
Night.
Nock very slightly wants to smother Delson in his sleep, but is also like, I kind of respect it. It's like they hate him a little bit, but in that kind of way where you're just like,
Ooh, do you think that would even make a little tension with Noct Delson a little bit more of seeing that he has things from the decaying vein forest?
I mean,
The decaying vein?
Yeah.
I think
Isn't-
well, so
Wait. Isn't that where Zani's from?
Mhm.
Has anyone paid any attention to this?
I don't
Yes.
think so. Oh,
Okay.
cool. But nobody's brought
Yeah,
up and said,
Vick has, but Brackett doesn't know a
Yeah.
lot about these things. Those are, memories he has nicely forgotten.
Knock
So, not useful to him.
did not want to bring up to Zani living in the decaying vein because Knock knows what kind of place it is.
it's fun.
Yeah, Knock is nice and is not just going to be like, "Oh, so how's your trauma?"
So, what type of neurospicy are you?
Like,
Delson's just like, I already trauma dumped.
Ooh. And also, I mean, I think that Zani also kind of mentioned that she knew of the Vipilmers and kind of escaped from them. Am I correct?
Not anything directly like escaping from the Pilmer, is aware of them and escaped the decaying vein, but
Escaped the
was
decaying vein.
dodgy of like what happened. So
Yeah, so yeah, Nock is aware that Zani
Just that,
escaped the decaying vein and is like, oh,
her parents are gone. So
I think that Illyria lives going across the bridge. I'm gonna work on Zani because I almost got Zani to tell me something, but me and Zani were both in a place where we were like, I want to tell you things, but I can't tell you too much because then you might know me. You know, it was kind of like an egg. Yeah, we were like, we were like vibing, but also that was like when you were off being like trying to find us, and then you thought that we were like leaving the area because you were coming over and got really self-conscious and then had a mental. And meanwhile, we were just like, oh, we see a knock in the vein. Maybe we should climb off of this thing and go back and join our friends. And you're like, oh, they saw me and they're leaving.
I cannot wait for the trauma off.
Knock is riding a flying animal towards the top of a tower and then sees their two friends walk inside and is like,
but to come out to meet you. And to be fair, I can fly, but Zani can't. So like it would have felt rude to like float off and be like, Zani, walk to the base of the tower. Like, we'll meet you down there. It felt rude. And to be fair, Nock had kind of offended Illyria. So Illyria was off like by herself for a little bit, just kind of being like was gonna come
Break
back.
some boulders and stuff.
Was gonna come back and be fine. She just needed a minute because she's not good at emotionally regulating right now.
Yeah.
And then she calmed down enough to be a good friend, so that's everything's fine.
I can't.
She was like, "Hi, are you okay?" And you're like, "No," and I'm like, "Okay, I am here."
I can't wait for the ultimate trauma off when
you make it sound like we want to be traumatized.
Rain, Illyria, Nock, Delson, Oliver, Brackett, Yamakowski, all are in the same room. Andy as well. Just all the characters.
Do we have any characters who are not traumatized?
Is anybody happy?
We're a group of neurospicy people. What do you think?
That was actually the conceit of Nock. The conceit of Nock was a character that had no trauma.
Well, Nock has a different type of trauma. It's like traumatizing themselves because they're too sheltered.
That was literally like part of it was that I wanted Nock to be like a very like happy-go-lucky kind of character that you know had their quirks, had their things that they were self-conscious about or like awkward about, and like didn't necessarily trust strangers immediately, but was a goofball and ridiculous. And so that's why there's still moments where Naka's like, oh yeah, I'm gonna race Bracket. Like
Yeah,
like,
it's still
there's no
there.
way that I'm not racing Bracket.
It's also your trauma's pretty like has been the recent trauma of being like, oh shit, everything went to shit. Oh fuck, oh fuck, oh fuck.
Yeah. Knock feels very out of their depth. They're like, I am only 3 feet tall. I can't be out here. I'm in the deep end. This is not safe for me.
Not. Does Illyria know anything about Nock's parents and your?
How would I
back
know
home?
about Nock's parents?
Well, yeah, I don't think they've had that conversation yet.
The thing that Illyria knows about Nock's home is that it's burning, according to Nock. That is basically what Nock has kind of said.
And Illyria was like, same.
Yeah, it was just like, this is part of why Nock is going to Zista, is to fix what's going on in their home. So Illyria is aware of that, but does not, and knows that Nock feels completely unprepared for what their task is. Like, does not think that they were the right choice for being an ambassador.
But at the same time, Nock innately takes charge in situations, so I think that eventually they're going to come to the conclusion that they can do that and feel secure in doing that once they get more, like...
That is how Bracket feels exactly about Nock in this moment. Is not Bracket can see Nock can be a good leader, but is young and unready, but knows there's like, nah, Nock got that shit on lock when they figure it out. It just will take the figuring out part.
Yeah,
but feeling confident enough
if they don't figure it out.
Well, that's why Bracket gives you the whole like just Ambassador Nock, like trying to oversell you on it, which pisses. I know it makes Nock be like, I hate you're doing this, but Bracket's doing it purely because it's like, nah, I know you got this.
Yeah, Nock is like, oh my god, this makes me sound like I'm like a pageant queen. Like, Nock is like, are you gonna make me a sash? Shut up.
You should get one. We gotta get one.
But
for
don't tell Bracket that you want that you're thinking about a sash, because Bracket will get you a sash.
What do you think about the parallel?
Because I've thought about it.
You saying you have to get back to save your home that's burning, and Illyria talking to Agristal and basically being like, you heard anything from home?
Don't
and
go back.
Like, no. And she's literally like, okay, don't go back there. And that's her home.
Should I have heard something?
Anything about?
No, none of us heard that.
No, but you guys as players heard it. So since we're having a disaster,
yeah.
Because that's interesting, because you see how like against her own conscious efforts not to connect with people, that she's already at least become defensive of most of you. Like, she may not feel like she belongs or she should be there, but she still at least is like, these are good people. I owe these people something because I'm traveling with them at the moment, and has different levels of trust or distrust with each of you. But like, even Oliver, she wouldn't let someone hurt Oliver. He may not know that. He may think she wants to hurt him, which she kind of does. But like, it's more like if anyone's gonna hurt you, it's me. But like, I'm not gonna like watch you get murdered, you know?
It's because, and I can say it as Bracket because I know a little bit, it's because deep down, Illyria is a good person. She's just had some shit.
Maybe. Determined, and that's up for opinion. But my point being, it's odd, and something that I dropped on purpose as a player, that since she seems so defensive of people that she's literally just met, and she's very seems very prideful of at least the purity and the place that she came from, why she would be so quick to be like, don't go back there ever. Like, abandon your family if you haven't heard from them. That's kind of crazy to say.
Yeah, I mean, Nock has kind of seen that there's some shit going down in the purity.
Exactly.
Not a lot, but Nock got a little bit of a peek.
Yeah, because you got that vision from Naira. And when you had the vision from Naira, if I'm not mistaken, correct me, Bryan, Naira was, and I quote, helping people evacuate. So, and Nock saw that because Nock was talking to Naira before Naira disappeared into the trees to go do that. So, yeah.
Yeah.
That's why Naira be reaching out to anyone. That's why Naira even reached out to Rain, a lonely orphan who definitely is like, whoa, beyond the mission set of my life.
Naira's like, some shit's happening. Wake up, Rain.
Not Druid, sorry, city girl.
Whether it was the area that Naira was in that she was helping people evacuate from, Nock is not aware that it's the whole purity.
I didn't say it's the whole purity, but I did say that Illyria has clearly fled the purity, and we don't know why. We know that she doesn't want to talk about anything, and that even though she's defensive of random strangers she just met enough that, like, she very willingly, and also because she's kind of low-key passively suicidal, she would definitely put herself in the line of fire for all of you, regardless of different levels of connection, because she, one, doesn't feel like she deserves much, and two, she thinks that all of you do in comparison. So she would take care of all of you, and that's her home, and she loves it, and she left it, and she's telling people that are from there, don't go back there.
Oh, I know.
And she doesn't talk to Naira, but she seems very familiar with Naira. Yeah. So there's that too. I know that you trust some gods and not others, but keep in mind, you never know.
Yeah, I mean...
Sorry, everyone, I ruined the world by telling Bryan there should be corruption. Then Bryan went, you know what? There should be corruption everywhere!
You're right.
Good people will be fucked.
So, all corruption is technically my fault. I was going for some mild shit, but...
good people who make bad choices, and there can be bad people who make good choices. Like, the world is more complex than good people and bad people. It is a mess of gray. And so it is very
really how I wrote Raid.
That Naira is a little bit more neutral than we see her as, and has good influences and negative influences on different parts of reality that we don't have eyes on. Like, from what Nock knows, Naira is the reason why their whole life has existed the way that it has. Like, the reason why they're able to live
as Nock has previously been, being as sheltered as they've been, and just now exploring the world and seeing these things for the first time and seeing these parallels. Naira also has been a beacon for your people, and has also been nothing but good. Like, she's been a symbol of goodness and balance and all of that. But also it's good to keep in mind that even a good god can be a flawed god, because gods are not living on the ground with you with a sense of mortality, and they are flawed in the sense that they could never have your perspective, or even if they originated from it previously, it's been so many years that they don't really remember what it's like to live in the world that they're having influence over. And some gods get bored, some gods get really gung-ho about one thing and not the other, or some gods just genuinely don't realize what their good intentions are influencing in positive ways or negative ways. So
some are just way too busy. Zalia.
Yeah, some of them are really
to track literally infinite timelines. She's an infinitely hard job.
People stop making choices. You're branching the timeline.
That's why she just picks randos to be her guardian. She's like, hey, are you not dead and willing to work for me? Sounds good.
It would be kind kind of wild if Andy got like a request from Xylia due to the fact that time lives inside him.
It could be she just picks random dudes as heroes. The dumber
quite literally.
and sweeter the better.
As a guy, he has a guy who previously fucked everything up living inside of him, and it's just like, I don't know what to do about that.
It's not my fault.
Maybe we'll have to
Seems
sit.
being a little bit helpful, the last time that we really talked, but like I still don't know what to do about that. Like he's there.
I also did something that has negative consequences in that very session. Andy released a red dragon. Like, that is not a positive thing. But
An accident.
no,
It was
a conscious choice.
It was a conscious choice. Though,
Explain,
I will point
explain
out,
what
if you want to be the
Warfare entails.
extremist of animals' rights, he was a sentient being held against his will in a labyrinth that forced him to not be able to be free. So, like, yeah, it's bad we released a dragon, because dragons can sometimes fuck shit up, but we did release a dude that was definitely imprisoned unnecessarily, probably.
He did
Let's
also
just-
refer to us as, like, food and ants.
He's a dragon!
Listen,
He is literally a more sentient and more powerful being than us. They're supposed to be more intelligent than regular sentients.
I tried to sacrifice myself, and you guys didn't let me.
Well,
So
have you
I
met this
had
group?
to pivot.
Have you met this group? No, we're not gonna let you kill yourself. Rain was not letting that happen.
Yeah.
I've
Wasn't
heard
gonna
live
kill
that
himself.
trauma. I don't need it a second time.
Andy wasn't gonna kill himself. He was just gonna stay with the dragon that wanted to eat him.
That sounds like.
Oh yeah,
passive
yeah.
killing.
Sam's like, now you heard the plan.
Sorry. Now that I have more facts.
Sam, you don't know
Probably
how prepared they were.
would've
They cut off a piece of Andy's tail, so if Andy died, they would have part of his body to cast the.
Actually, I did that without talking to anyone. I just cut a chunk of Andy's tail off without talking to Andy about it.
Literally, Andy's still alive, and Rain has part of Andy's tail in case ever needed.
Yeah.
I don't know if Rain's storing it somewhere, or if it's just decaying in.
I
sack
think she
somewhere.
put it in a jar with some embalming fluid on a shelf.
Literally have part of one of your best friends in case they die and you want to bring them
Rain
back.
is a weird
I don't know.
person. I imagine
Should
her
we
little
all
glare
have that
looks
kind
like
of
the little.
thing?
And here's the thing, Andy would have given her like a finger, like a tip of the ear kind of situation.
It was a trauma
And-
response. I'm sorry. I wasn't really thinking about what my actions were.
You're just like, I was like, oh.
I saw how things were going and made a choice.
Yeah, in that moment. So, and also too, a lot happened in that moment that Andy did release Greasefleur, because if Andy didn't do that in that moment, it literally was perfectly timed, because Greasefleur was bound to the lair, to the jar, to where he was imprisoned. And the moment after Andy broke that chain to free him from his imprisonment was the moment Wet Hands took Eileen's unconscious body and shoved the bag of holding and bag of devouring into each other inside of Greasefleur. So if that happened before it was released, Greasefleur wouldn't have been able to necessarily escape.
Would that have
I
killed
have
him
an
then?
idea of what would have happened, but
Because,
Greasefleur
like-
wouldn't have escaped, and the plan wouldn't have worked. The dragon would have probably still been there.
Yeah.
It was perfectly timed.
Andy did it kind of to right a wrong. In his eyes, he was like, okay, maybe this was wrong. when this happened. Like, I don't necessarily think that it's wrong now because of how this dragon is behaving, but Andy was just kind of like, help me put things back to order. And then released a dragon.
Hey, we don't nail it every time. Sometimes you release a forbidden storm that should have never been released. Sometimes you release a dragon.
He's also not the smartest boy on the planet. And so I was
These
just kind of
things
like,
happen.
you know, I feel like this is a plan that Andy would come up with.
Sometimes you begin encouraging the beginning of rebellion. Sometimes you begin encouraging, you know, a bunch of criminals to begin being more criminal-like. Sometimes you'll do all kinds of stuff.
Yeah. He also was kind of going through it that day, not gonna lie.
That was a rough
You
day.
had a lot of realizations that day.
Yeah.
Rain literally cried in one of the chambers while she prayed to multiple gods, just like, please, anyone fucking listen. Please.
Andy also, in case you didn't know, Andy did die during the heist and had to be resurrected, thankfully with a revivify spell because it was within 60 seconds.
That was his tail.
Yep.
Tail's still
But
around.
I did, in fact, kill Vick from blunt trauma. As Vick was bound to a Duna platform going at hyper speeds and was smacked into the side of buildings as Rain tried to control where it was going.
Me when I died to building damage.
Yeah, when you take building damage in a campaign that shouldn't have that damage type.
Is it bludgeoning damage or force at that point? Because
Yeah.
It's just like when eventually we accidentally begin inventing larger caliber guns, and Brian's like, I don't know how this math works. They'd just be dead.
I don't have the amount of dice to like calculate the damage, and if I did assign it, it'd just be unfair.
Well, so the original damage type of a role-playing game was from the U.S. Navy's role-playing system for teaching cadets how to manage, naval forces and stuff like that for the officers training. So, at 1 damage point is the amount of damage something can take to survive a 14-inch shell and not sink, essentially. So if it gets hit by a 14-inch shell and sinks, has 1 HP. If it can take 2, it has 2 HP. So for all living things, it's 1 HP, because it's a 14-inch shell, it's the size of a, small car, and you will be turned to dust. You'll just be paste.
Does that mean we all just have 1 HP?
We all, according to the United States Navy's Wargaming book, we all have 1 HP.
Yeah, it's just that the 1 HP is like a lot.
I felt like I might have at least 5, but damn, okay, I'm not special.
We're balancing it against, battleships. Their small caliber guns can kill us quite easily.
Well, guys, this has been fun. I'm starting to fall asleep in a little bit. I've been nodding off. I stayed up until like 2:30 a.m. writing for this session today, so I'm a little bit tired. If y'all want to stay up and keep on going, you can, but I think I'ma have to retire because I need to get some more sleep in the bank.
Maybe we end this disaster cast, but if maybe we will ourselves, if we want to keep chatting with ourselves, we can. So I think that's a good night on this.
Did anybody have any specific questions? Because I know that we originally talked about that and then never addressed that.
Right. Before we do, is there any questions that anybody did want to specifically ask to discuss at the end of this?
None that can be discussed in a small amount of time.
It'll have to be
Like
for
what?
another disaster.
What did you want us to describe our entire
I'm going to
history
describe
from
the
mid-
ramifications of the timeline that it's we're slowly
Yeah,
building
we gotta, like,
based
go
on the
back to the
information
beginning
Bracket
of
has
Earth.
and the information that we've learned from the other previous timelines of the previous times alignment campaign. Like, we got a whole conversation about that and try and nuance all of our characters' knowledge of that, but that would be exhausting.
Yeah.
Oh, I got a vague question. What is one thing that you specifically are most excited about when you get to the bridge, and one thing you are specifically nervous about when you get to the bridge?
I like that as an
Nervous
end to
dying.
Bringing it back to the current campaign we're on.
All right, Conlan, you go first.
Excited for it. I don't know, mate. Hopefully we save some damn lives. That's all I really can hope for that. I'm just gonna suck because we're gonna have to keep fighting shit, and it's gonna appear through walls, and that will be unpleasant because it will be pretty much a surprise. Like, oh shit.
Are you intrigued by anything that you may run into on the bridge?
Well, no, brackets underneath.
Well, underneath, yeah.
Yeah, I'll still be running into things that some of those elementals can get through into there. It's just harder for them to get in there.
So what are you nervous about as a character?
That's what I just said, is the fact that we'll be dealing
That?
the way
Okay.
yeah, the way that we're gonna be dealing with the combat is, in theory, they could just sneak have little chasms or stuff they can sneak them. You know, elementals have the ability to move around a little bit more than normal bodied individuals do, since they're, you know, just a mass of water, a mass of air, a mass of, you know, lightning, a mass of so they can
Fair.
just sneak through shit and they can sneak up on you. That's why I'm nervous about. We're like, yeah, you know, we have like a dozen people with us. We're walking down the thing, and then the fucking 1,000 of them come out of a fucking hole in the ground.
Yeah.
Roll initiative.
Yeah, we're just in an enclosed space.
That was like Illyria's whole thing is she's like, I know myself and everyone here might not know me, but I know I can't be in an enclosed space. Like,
I know it
she
is safer than walking
could
above
float
the
out
bridge.
of it, but like she wouldn't because she'd be abandoning whoever she was with. So, you know, it just wasn't the best place for her emotionally.
Fair.
Yeah, so I'm pass it.
Andrew, what about you?
Oh, well, I
You
am.
have two characters to answer the from.
Well,
Oh,
no, he can just answer in general and talk
True,
about that.
true.
Well, I am excited to explore the tunnels as Oliver.
Yeah, especially because you really don't know what to expect as far as the will he, won't he trust the goddess and
Exactly.
like
And
what is like is the locks and keys physical or is it metaphorical? What does that
exactly.
mean?
Just keep
I
rolling
am
for history
interested-
checks.
I
Do I remember
I am
this? Do I
interested-
remember this? Do I remember this?
I am interested to see why Eyeless has been pushing me towards this.
Hopefully,
I'm
it's
also
not
excited.
to kill us.
While you're down there.
I'm also excited to play Delson again at the top of the bridge and try to save lives. What was the other side of this? What am I nervous about?
What are you nervous about as a player?
I am still kind of nervous about simultaneously playing two different characters.
About what? Playing two?
Simultaneously playing two characters, even though this will be kind of be separate because we'll be switching back and forth between two different groups, and each of my characters are in different groups, so it'll be kind of separate. But
You'll be the most engaged because when we switch scenes, you're just switching characters.
Yeah, you have to pay attention the most.
Yep.
Maybe you can get two hats.
Oh my god! No.
Yeah, you have a week. You have a week to get a hood and a hat.
No, I like that. If my hood's up, Delson. If my hood's down, I'm Oliver.
Andrew,
You got a week.
do this for this entire arc, just a hood and a hood down.
That'll be so
Hood,
funny.
hood down.
Get a comfortable hoodie and just like, and then it'll also help you remember who you're playing because that's a lot to go back and forth during combat. So like, you're like, okay, now I'm in this mindset. Now I'm Oliver.
I'm broody. I'm smart. I'm broody. I'm smart.
No, that's actually a really good idea. I'm gonna do that.
Fun.
Awesome.
I'm gonna do that.
Get a hood that's big enough for your headphones, so
No, they can just go over the hood.
that's
Yeah.
Vic, how about you?
Well, if I'm speaking from Nock's perspective, which is how I kind of think about this situation, Nock is excited for the fight, because we haven't had that really. Like, we've had a couple of skirmishes here and there, but we haven't had like a really big fight in a long time. But Naka's really nervous about the human cost on the bridge, I think. Is just like worried about like missing somebody. So I think like the first thing I'm probably gonna do next session is use my primeval awareness, because that's important. I need to know where everybody is so that I can get every living human out of that area as much as possible.
Conlan, how long do you think the bridge would be with 8 hours of normal travel? Because I need to then know how far Nock's primeval awareness would see, because it's 5-mile radius.
So is that 8 hours walking? Or 8 hours by
Yes.
4? 8 hours walking. So what, we average walking 2 miles an hour about?
I guess, yeah.
So do that math. So it's 8 hours, so it'd be like 8 miles
8
long.
hours, so 16
16
hours.
Sorry, 16 hours, doubling it. Yeah. So it'd be 16
as
miles
a
long.
Average,
16 miles.
So let's
So
let's call the
not
bridge
really
15
see-
miles because it takes some time to we walk slower on the bridge.
Yeah, stop a little bit to rest and stuff. So that's actually a very easy way to do it. Just that way, 5 miles, 5 miles.
Yeah,
5
that's what I think. That's why I was like, no, let's do it to 15 miles. Also, yeah, because you're gonna slow down at times. Also, it's a bridge; it moves. Like, there's times where you're in the middle, you're like, this fucking is horrifying.
Yeah. Vic, myself, would be a wreck on this bridge.
Yeah, you're just in the middle of nothing, and below you is a crater that's over, like, what, 2 miles deep or 3 miles deep?
An okay time. This is one of those things where you just have to knock me out and get me over it. Like, it's not, no.
It'd be wild when, is this just the industrial age and there's just steam trains running back and forth on this bridge as it just wobbles every time?
For me, I'm excited because the bridge is essentially basically a dungeon that's just straight. And one of the things that I've loved the most as a DM is setting up dungeon-esque things, because dungeon delves are fun. I learned a lot from our first one in Warrior's Rest about like pacing and design and things like that, because it was fun, but I know the biggest feedback I got from you guys was it kind of dragged at times, and you also, because you were low enough levels, there were so often you'd get into a fight and then have to like, okay, now we need to take a short rest or like wait a day just so we can take a long rest and heal up.
Yeah.
But this is just another unique dungeon, basically. Like the heist was essentially a dungeon that you guys did. Warrior's Rest was a dungeon, and then this is just the next level of that. So I'm excited for that.
Yeah.
Nervous wise, I'd say is just it is a balance from making this just seem like a never-ending drag-on fight that is going to last 8 hours, and like feeling like you guys are actually progressing and not just, oh, a wave of enemies. Okay, 6 seconds later, another wave of enemies, and then it becomes the next 10 years of our lives going across this bridge.
Make sure, Brian, you pace it that we don't play 8 hours over the course of the next year and a half. I would like that to not happen.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
So for me is just, I don't want to say necessarily railroading, but keeping things on a pace.
Right.
Yeah.
Just means you
I
gotta
think
make sure you're smart for you attacking us. Don't be attacking us every 2 seconds.
It's nerve wracking though, because like there's buildings on the bridge too. There's so many places where people could be hiding to try to get out of the storm, away from elementals. Like it is like if Nock had eternity to do this, they would be clearing every single home. Like obviously that can't be role played in game, but if this were happening in real time the way that Nock would do it, they would clear every fucking building on that bridge.
But it's also not realistic that you would be able to. It's realistic that you would try, and we might have to drag you away from doing so. But it's also not realistic that those of us who are not stuck in that headspace, obviously everyone wants to help people to a degree, but like you also have to be realistic about what you can do and what you can't do, otherwise you won't save anyone. So you have to be like, okay, if I try to save every single person and search every single home, I might not be able to survive to save the next person that's farther down the bridge. You know what I mean? Unfortunately, when things like this happen, kind of like how Callum's character, Yamikowski, is really struggling with this, you have to face some consequences of your actions, and this action directly is impacting so many people, and people will die. And we just have to try to save who we can and do what we can. And it makes sense that Nock would be like, no, I cannot accept that. We must save everyone. But like, Illyria's old as shit. She'd probably be like, dude, we can't do that. We have to grab the people that we can and go. And Bracket would be like, okay, I'm throwing them over my shoulder. Let's go. Like, if you were there and you weren't underneath in the ground.
Well, that's why we're gonna meet each thing. You have to shove all the people who you end up having to drag. That's why I was like, oh, if the horse can at least walk down underneath the bridge, we can get through that tunnel and walk down it.
Yep.
That at least means we can put a couple injured people on Hamel and make our way down there quickly, more quickly.
The very unique thing that's going to be interesting is the second this next session begins, Bracket's attunement to his fox mask will be done, so the triple way communication will be set. As long as you guys are within 120 feet of each other, you can telepathically communicate.
That's so true. I am excited for that as well. Sam,
So
also
the Bracket can just stay directly below you guys and just like walk along, and you guys can be like, is everything okay? Yes.
Oh, so you're saying,
how about now?
You're saying that I could literally just be like, Bracket, Nock is trying to go through building to building. Please knock some sense into your friend. Bracket will be like,
Oliver, send me up there.
Portal me up.
Yamakowski, send me back.
Yeah.
That's like, I'm the ambassador of the people. This is literally my whole job, is to take care of people.
This will be my first, probably like the first like big encounter I get to play with portals.
Oh yeah.
Your first what? I didn't hear that.
This will
big encounter to play with portals.
It'll be my first big like encounter that I get to really play with portals.
Yeah, because you be saving lives with them portals.
Oh, yeah, and I just realized too, you guys haven't put the cart away, so you also have to do that at the beginning of next session. All right, let's go. The cart. Okay.
Is my face step technically a portal or no?
It's teleportation. It's not a portal.
Okay, but it's kind of the same concept.
Teleportation, like instantaneously, just from one spot to the other.
Portal's a little more.
Portal is a manifestation linking two spaces together and then going.
I like that you just did the Doctor Strange.
That's literally what I do every time I make a portal.
Yes. I love
Brian tried to explain that to me last time we hung out, and I just looked at him like, I've not watched
that was the inspiration for this wizard subclass.
Mm-hmm.
Playing with portals. I also can't wait for Oliver to stab somebody with the displacement dagger for the first time.
Get away!
What about your dog? What about your familiar? The dog's going to be accompanying you in the scary tunnel, right?
Yes.
Woof.
I'm not.
Next.
Your
I'm
dog
not
can look
too
for
worried.
people.
Huh? Yes,
Your
he
dog can
can.
look
And
for
I'm also
people.
not too worried about him dying, because if he dies, he just goes back to the Fae, and then I can just resummon him.
Yeah.
And also, can't you cast your spells through him?
I'm pretty sure if you
Andrew,
have
Andrew, I'm not saying this would happen, but wouldn't it be crazy if animals that are supposed to spawn back to life from, say, the Fey realm don't because of whatever's going on around there?
We can't fully break the magic
Just
system in the game.
think
We can't,
about it.
we can't fully break the magic system in the game.
I'm not implying anything. I'm just saying be careful and don't assume that all of the rules that exist in the Fey realm apply right now.
fair. That's a fair point. Also, Brian, to answer your question, I can cast spells that have a range of touch through my familiar.
Mm.
Gotcha.
I can
I
cast
like
touch.
that.
I can cast touch spells through him.
Yeah.
Well, I've decided that
Yeah.
Fireball is a touch
Your
spell
own
because I'm going to
question.
touch you out of existence.
You
What were
didn't
you
answer
saying, Vic?
the question, so I want to know what Sam's excitement and nervousness is about the bridge.
Okay.
Do you think
Oh,
you're
hey,
immune
John.
from the question?
Hold on. Before you go, I just want to say, Jahi just joined the chat.
And
Nice.
where were you, brother? Where were you? Hi.
So what are you excited and nervous for?
Okay. I mean, as a player, I have a lot of stuff in front of me to utilize. So I'm not nervous about it, but I did organize it in a different way so that it was visually easier for me to see because D&D Beyond is not cutting it for me mentally because I have to flip between things. So everything that I feel is going to be relevant to me, I made on like a cheat sheet, like a little master list, so that it's a little easier for me to know the things that I've prepared or things that I want to use that are relevant to right now. So that's like a little like I have a lot. Illyria has a lot going on her own, and then I'm also a druid, so there's a lot of spells and stuff. That being said, as Illyria, I am excited to blow off some steam on the bridge because she's very pent up all the time and has like little bursts of explosive behavior, but like she's mostly
You can turn into a Rick
trying to
and
check
Morty character and just start vaporizing people down the bridge.
yeah, I just think that she's gonna kind of like there's a lot of space on the bridge, so we're all gonna kind of space out a little bit, which would be smart anyway with certain elementals that are probably up there and types of attacks that they can have that can target like a group of people. It would make sense for us to kind of spread out a little bit, but still be working together. But I am excited for her to blow off some steam and be able to use some of her other abilities. I'm also nervous about her blowing off steam for the same reason, because I think she might crash out and that would not be good. So
Yeah, I think of Illyria kind of like like Storm from X-Men or like the Hulk a little bit. Where
With
it's
none of
like,
the physical strength.
That's an interesting
None of
combination.
listen, what I mean is that I think because Illyria loses herself, right? Like it is kind of this Banner Hulk kind of situation where I kind of feel like there's a way to bring her back to herself, you know? So
oh, so you're implying you're gonna be my Betty. You're gonna be like, calm down, Illyria. It's okay. Put down your big guns and just
Fortunately,
settle down.
Knock, you have not seen that movie, so you can't quote any of the lines of.
fair.
It's okay, it's okay,
but
big guy. Sun's getting real low.
Yeah.
I think that's genuinely like I kind of feel like there's gotta be a way to calm her down.
Man, I have to remember that if I ever
okay,
have to cool Valyria down now.
To be fair, something that I can say as a player that I have pretty much established already is that, but I haven't explicitly said, is that Illyria has been presented to the party as this like very angsty, emotionally kept person that occasionally has like moments of outbursts. So it's very evident to all of you that she's not like very in control of herself or comfortable with her feelings because they somehow trigger certain things. However, she, contrary to how she presents, was very different before anything that happened to her. So she was raised to believe that emotions are power, which is ironic considering how vehemently she is avoiding them now. She was raised to believe that her emotions at full force are strength and that she found a balance in that, and she is now completely unbalanced. So her only alternative is to try to switch it all off because she doesn't know how to handle what's happening to her. So that's kind of the place that she's in right now. And that's why I'm excited for her to let loose on the bridge because that's fun. But I'm also like, oh god,
yeah, you're just gonna vaporize a building and a bunch of civilians in it and be like, "Oops, wait, they were still alive." Oh, great.
Oh well, I kind of stare at bodies right before they die, and it looks like I might be a little happy about it, but also sad. So I clearly have issues. Yeah.
I can't wait to just keep unrolling and seeing.
Fuck you, Bryan. I mean, I did this to myself, though. I gave him a lot of power over her. I wanted there to be a lot of variables, so I was like, well, if she's not going to expose herself to the party, I have to give someone the ability to expose her.
Like, I feel like Bryan would at least give me the shot of trying to help Illyria, like, get back to herself. I have to believe that Bryan would let me try. Whether
Bryan,
or not
scenario, would that be a thing? I'm going to let you answer because I don't know the logistics.
You can certainly try.
Always the rule. That's one of the most important rules in our campaign is you always can certainly try. But then Bryan sometimes just goes, no, that's not how it works.
It's okay.
He'll hear you out, though.
Idea. I really am. It is just a thing that I think Nock would do, number one. And number two, it also just makes sense strategically. Like, there is no reason to lose a party member on this bridge when we are going into an 8-hour fight. So if Illyria starts to get a little hairy and loses herself a little bit, I think Nock is going to be trying to keep her, on track.
I would turn into a cyclone of death.
Or perhaps leave her.
Jahi, I am not a cruel DM. I am a fair and balanced
He's
DM.
not cruel at all. I actually, previously in this little disaster cast, was begging him to be merciless, and I really hope that he is. And Conlan said that I should stop poking the bear.
Sleeves are rolled up. All right. Let's do some
I'll be merciless on the top of the bridge. I'm not there.
Shirts, Bryan.
What?
I said you just need to get some sleeveless shirts, Bryan. You can't just keep rolling up the sleeves. You just gotta get.
No, you have to go get them. You have to buy a bunch of D&D tank tops.
How can I roll for sleeves if I don't have sleeves to roll up?
Exactly. They're so far gone. They're just gone, man. The sleeves are fully off.
Yeah.
Anyway, guys, I need to get some rest.
Yeah.
Do you guys want to stay on, or do you guys want to?
We're gonna call on DisasterCast, but if people want to still chat, I'll still chat for a little bit. Let people are on bed.
Jahi, thanks for coming in at the end. I guess if you want to chat with Conlan in any way who stays on afterwards, join him on Discord. But thank you guys for coming along. Glad we still made something out of this night. And keep tabs on our social medias. We'll let you guys know when session 57 will be coming out to you next.
We'll be back when Callum can be here too.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Until the next disaster. Good night.
Good night.